Hello and welcome to Only Connect, the quiz so diabolical that Professor Moriarty himself was scared to apply. Although that's mainly because he couldn't find two other supervillains to join him. I don't know why. The world is full of brilliant, creepy, inspired yet malevolent creatures that rarely venture out in daylight. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Thomas Ricklick, a software engineer and choral singer who has performed for the High Commissioner to New Zealand and serenaded a bat with a flute. Kate Pfeffer, an English graduate who has a pet snake named Air Chief Marshal Sir Jock Slithers. And their captain, John Howe, a PhD student who attended a week-long maths conference in a remote monastery in the mountains of the Czech Republic. United by a reverence for reptiles, they are the Snake Charmers. Now, you won your first heat against the Extras, but you lost to the Eco Warriors. How have you prepared for this next crucial game?
Well, very significantly, Slithers shed his skin, so he's been promoted to Air Chief Marshal, so we had to have a shedding party.
A lovely story. I hope that skin brings you good fortune. You are playing this evening on my left. Luke Kelly, a European Studies graduate who was recently driven across Latvia at high speed by a man playing an air violin. Rob Cumming, a quiz question writer and rabbit enthusiast who runs a football predictions league. And their captain, Julia Hobbs, a modern languages graduate who, at the age of 11, was a finalist in the Junior TV Newsreader of the Year competition. All question setters by trade, they are the Inquisitors. Now, you beat the Cricketers, but you lost to the Wanderers. Mm-hmm. What's it like being on the receiving end of the questions?
It's OK for the most part. We've learned what we've decided to avoid certain things, let's say, but we'll see what happens.
My dressing room when I invite you in for a drink?
Never.
On with the quiz. Let's play round one. Inquisitors, you won the toss, so you'll be going first. Mm-hmm. Please choose the first hieroglyph of the game.
Lion, please.
Lion. What is the connection between these apparently random clues? Here's the first.
Anything to you?
Small.
Next, please.
Strong. Mr. Small.
Mr. Man? Oh, okay. Go for it. They are the names of Mr. Men in other languages.
They are international Mr. Men. Very well done. You didn't even need to see Monsieur Bing and Herr Dumpy Dump. Who are those Mr. Men?
Mr. Small.
Mr. Small.
Mr. Small
in Swedish?
In Swedish, Gubben Knatter is Mr. Small. These aren't translations, they're the local titles. That second one, actually, it's not Herr Muskel for Mr. Strong, because they've got an Unser Herr Stark. But there's another one, Mr. Muskel. They've got two different Mr. Strongs.
Mr. Bounce in French. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing Norwegian for dump.
It is.
Dumpy Dump?
Herr Dumpy Dump. Very well done. They are all international Mr. Men. Snake Charmers, back to you for a choice.
Could we have Twisted Flax, please?
I don't see why not. The Twisted Flax. These are going to be picture clues. Something connects them, but what? Here's the first.
Do we have any idea who that is? Next, please. Snatch. Next, please. That's a Tesla. Are they all? Yeah, they're all. Are they all anagrams of each other?
They are anagrams of each other. You didn't need to see the last one. Slate. What are we looking at?
We're looking at a Tesla car. Mm-hmm. We're looking at somebody stealing a handbag, mm-hmm. and we're looking at a man who I'm going to guess is called Steele.
Jeff Astle. The former West Brom star? No, big football star there. But yes, very well done. Astle, Steele, Tesla, Slate, all anagrams. Who founded the Tesla car, do you know?
Elon Musk.
It is Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the man who believes, according to an interview, that we probably live in a computer simulation. If we were inside a computer simulation, would we be able to work out that we were?
But if we're in a computer simulation, we might have a sense of purpose.
My word, that's nihilistic. Do you not feel you have a sense of purpose?
No.
Is that why you play quizzes?
Yes.
It can be like that. I feel like that about crosswords. It gives meaning and order to the universe. On this gloomy note, let's move on to the next question. Inquisitors, what would you like next?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Portsmouth Secrets, what was on there in the 1980s?
I don't know, but it's got like a crescent. They've possibly changed colours.
Next, please.
So it's Brum.
What's the assay mark for Birmingham? Is that a moon? Is that a sun? A star? Is it a crescent? Should we go next? Next, please. Kuna and Nargle, it's a brand of...
It's a shipping brand, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I was doing that also.
Next, please.
It's Anchor.
Are they all assay mark?
So it's Anchor.
Anchor. Anchors.
They all have anchors in common. And how? Tell me about those clues.
Well, I'm guessing at some point in the 80s, the Portsmouth FC crest had an anchor on it. Birmingham silver, the assay mark for Birmingham on silver is an anchor.
That's right.
Popeye's arm has an anchor tattoo on it. And Kuna and Nargle
Has an anchor on it as well.
Does it have an anchor in its logo?
It's a
It's a
global
shipping
logistics
brand.
company based in Switzerland, and that is part of their logo. Let me ask you this question, John. Do you know what the anchor signifies in heraldry? Hope. It signifies hope. Well, yes, it signifies hope. So if you have no purpose, the anchor signifies hope. Although weirdly, often in heraldry you see an anchor with a rope tangled round it, which is a fouled anchor, which seems a bit less hopeful, doesn't it?
Yeah, but at least it's attached to something. Maybe the anchor has a sense of purpose, even if we don't.
Let's move on. Back to you, snake charmers, for a choice.
Can we have the water, please?
I don't see why not. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Prater and stuff into me. Dudley Moore. Next, please. Rachel Green.
Flean and Green. Chlorinator, and it's not. It's a bit, isn't it?
Next, please.
Things that are worth 2 in the book.
3 seconds.
Are these the surnames of lead singers and guitarists from bands?
Not it, I'm afraid, so a bonus chance for the Inquisitors.
We think these are singing duos who are known by their first names.
That's what it is. They are lead singers in a way, but there are only 2 of them, and they're better known by their first names, which are...
We've got Robson Green and Jerome Flynn,
Robson
for
and
shame,
Jerome.
knowing that. Sonny and Cher. Moore and Prater rings a bell, but I'm not quite sure who they are
Sam and
exactly.
Dave.
Ah, yes.
Sam Moore and Dave Prater. And the first ones?
Don't know. DiConcetto and Cruz.
Now, her first name was Karen DiConcetto, but otherwise known as Daphne. It's Daphne and Celeste.
Oh, wow.
Daphne and Celeste,
Oh,
yes.
God.
Singers
Now
of
I'm going to have
Ooh,
to stick you in my head for the rest
there
of
you
the
go.
day. Yeah.
Well, if you win the game, don't sing it at your opponents. That would be terrible. That could absolutely push John over the edge, couldn't it? It would be awful. So you get the bonus point, and what would you like as a question?
Horned Viper, please.
The Horned Viper. OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Ooh. Menagerie, there was a zoo, it was in Central.
12:36.
Next, please. Royal Mint. So that was it. Oh, these are things. Was it the Tower of London?
Oh, yeah.
The Tower of London.
Very well done for 3 points. That is good quizzing. Let me show you the other 2 clues. These are all things that have been found at the Tower of London. For whose amusement was the menagerie?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. Various monarchs.
For monarchs, it was the
Period.
royal family.
Yeah.
Yes, there were elephants, tigers, kangaroos, ostriches, all held in the tower. The Royal Mint was in the tower. Prison, it was a prison for all of those years. The last person publicly beheaded at the Tower of London, Lord Lovat, and on the day of his execution, one of the scaffolds for spectators collapsed and 20 more people died. It's hard to feel sympathetic, isn't it? They gathered eagerly there to watch the execution. Live by the sword. And what's happening in that 4th clue?
They are the poppies that were there for the First World War centenary installation.
That's right. All things found at the Tower of London in the time period specified in the brackets there. Well done. Back to you, Snake Charmers, for the last question of the round. The 2 reads... Yes. I'm afraid it's the music question.
Yeah.
What do these musical clues have in common? Good luck. Here's the first.
Anything? Next. Next, please. This is 7 Years by Lucas Graham. Next, please. A number of years.
I'm going to give you one more go.
7 years.
I'm afraid that is not the connection. Inquisitors, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
It's just 7.
It's just 7, I'm afraid. Did you only recognise one song?
Yeah.
Yes, he's Lucas Graham, 7 years, the third clue. What were the other clues?
Clue 2 was 7 Seconds by Usandora and Naina Cherry, and number 4 was 7 Days by Craig David.
Craig David. 7 Weeks by In Me, that's the first clue. Yes, unlucky. 7 years was one of them, but 7 is the only thing they all have in common. That means at the end of round 1, the Snake Charmers have 2 points, the Inquisitors have 9. On to round 2, the sequences round. This time the teams may see a maximum of 3 clues. I want to know what comes forth. Inquisitors, you'll be going first again. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. These are going to be picture clues. What sort of thing would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please.
Two seconds.
What do we say? A book.
I'm afraid I can't accept that as a sequence. So, Snake Charmers, you've got the chance for a bonus point.
I expect to see a picture of some people.
It is a picture of some people. And why?
Because it's here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, and here's the people.
That's exactly right. Could you demonstrate that more accurately for me?
Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, and here's the people.
There! The cheery counterbalance to We All Live in a Matrix. It's the children's rhyme, here's the church, here's the steeple, and I wanted to hear some people. Well done. So you get the bonus, and what would you like as a question?
Can we have lion, please?
Yes, you can. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
That's a roller coaster. So there's the tallest roller coaster.
But what's the sequence? Yes. Next, please. Big one. What orange is the only thing? Is the big
Apple. Apples, oranges.
Next, please. Oh, it's the big red one. She wore a yellow ribbon, so it's going to be something with green. How was my valley?
Is an acceptable answer, and why?
Because we're going red, orange, yellow, green through the rainbow, but dropping the colours.
That's right, they're titles of fictional works of films, in fact, from which we've taken out colours in a rainbow sequence. And I wanted to hear something with green in the title, fried green tomatoes, how green was my valley. Acceptable answers. Can you think of any more?
The green grass of home.
Well, that would work.
The mile.
Mile, card, berets, street, lantern, hornet. I could go on. I won't. Well done for the points. Inquisitors, what would you like next?
Twisted Facts, please.
The Twisted Facts. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Who's there? Next, please. Next, please. Dmitry Medvedev.
Is the right answer. Well done. And why? What's this sequence?
Because they were prime ministers of Russia before they became president.
It's simply a series of prime ministers of Russia. That's it. Mikhail Fradkov. That was after Vladimir Putin sacked the entire government and started again. And he appointed Fradkov as prime minister. Subsequent prime ministers, Zhukov, Putin, Medvedev would be the next in the sequence. Well done. Back to you, Snake Charmers, for a choice.
Water, please.
Water. OK, what would come forth here? First clue coming in now.
Next, please. Joe Wilfred Songer. These are people Andy Murray beat to win Wimbledon last time he did, and I think he beat Raonic in the final.
Cool.
7 out of 7 Milos.
Simple as that. Very well done for 3 points. And what's this sequence?
These are people Andy Murray beat to win Wimbledon last time he won Wimbledon.
That's right, Wimbledon 2016. It was Andy Murray's opponents. Who were they?
Nick Kyrgios, Joe Wilfred Songer, Thomas Berdych.
That's right. And then Milos Raonic in the final. Well done. Back to you, Inquisitors, for a choice.
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please. Ooh, 23.
23 or 2-3 is the right answer. Well done. What's happening here?
So 8 times 2 is 16, but then reversed. 8 times 3, 24.
It's
8
great,
times
isn't
4.
it? It's so beautifully annoying, this question. It's just the 8 times table, but with the digits reversed. So 16 becomes 6-1, 24 becomes 4-2, and I wanted to hear 32 reversed 2-3. Well done. Snake Charmers, one question remains. The 2 reads, that will be for you. What comes forth in this sequence? The time starts now.
Circle constructed for any given triangle. Yeah, but no, but there are many you can do. You can do the circle, do the inner circle. Next, please.
There's only one you need.
Yep, what's the sequence? Next, please. That's 11. You can do 7, so it's 13. You got anything?
Nope, go for it.
Number of people at the Last Supper.
For what reason?
It's 13.
I'm afraid that is not the right answer. Inquisitors, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
Something with 14.
That's not it either. What do you think's happening in these clues?
Well, Countdown Conundrum has 9 letters. Table tennis winning game total is 11. I'm sure there's
Table
some
tennis game winning total is 11 what?
points.
And the countdown conundrum is
10 points.
worth 10 points. A circle
And there's the
constructed for any
9-point
given
circle.
triangle. That's a mathematical thing. 9 points. We want to hear something that represents 12 points. For example, automatic UK driving disqualification. Now, had you said that there were 12 people at the Last Supper with Jesus, I probably wouldn't have given it to you anyway, because it's points that I want to know about, but the number 13 is certainly wrong. Now, some viewers might wonder about that first clue. I can't begin to explain it. Can anyone explain it?
I have a vague idea. I was
Go
always
on, give
quite
it a
bad
go.
at geometry. You draw a triangle and then you construct... There are various points you construct of, like, the circle. You have circles tangent to the edges of the triangle, and various points to do with those. You can draw a circle going through all of them, I think.
This may or may not be correct. If not, please write to anyone other than me. Well done for having a go at explaining that. That means at the end of round 2, the Snake Charmers have 8 points, the Inquisitors have 13. Connecting all time now, and Snake Charmers, it'll be your turn to go first. So would you like lion or water?
Could we have water, please?
Yes, you could. You have 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
Just 17, is that a magazine?
Oh, there are magazines. Miz is one, Sugar is one, Honey might well be one, Jackie was one back in the day. Blue Jeans, that a song?
Blue Jeans is a song by Lana Del Rey. You should know.
Yes, I should know that.
270, is that... safety curtain, neck curtain, shower curtains.
Okay, so definitely magazines here.
Sweet honey. Oh, things that are sweet. Caroline, sugar, honey, sweet. Sweet.
Home
Jackie?
Russia.
Smoking.
Sweet Blue Jeans.
Bone Crusher. I assume that's not like a teenage girls magazine. I don't think we have enough.
Okay, so Honeyport,
270, that's... Are you getting the game? Can you get that into score in the game? Yeah.
Jack London, Bone Crushers that can be around in some kind of game or something.
17 blue jeans.
What are you going for, Bottom?
Things that seem similar.
So 17 Michigan.
Smoking Aces, Marvellous could be a kind of team of some kind. Marvellous 7, something like that.
Jackie Chan. Alan Sugar.
270, like the bearing of 270 is either west or east, really. Nothing else. Oh, great.
3 lives now.
So
We don't have much time,
we have
so...
Sweet Sugar, Caroline. I don't think it's...
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet 270.
Sweet Caroline's are songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
Sweet London.
London Bridge.
1 life left.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's not it. So the wall is frozen, but you did find 2 groups. What about the connections? Iron, shower, net, safety.
They're all curtains.
They're all curtains. And the green group starting Ms.
They're all magazines aimed at teenage girls.
They are all the teen magazines back in the day. Magnificent. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. There you go. Caroline, Jackie, London, 270.
Try this as sweet.
That's not it. Now, this really is back in the day. These are pirate radio stations. You might know Radio Caroline. That's probably the most famous one. Pirate radio stations. And the turquoise group, Sugar, Marvellous, Smokin', Bone Crusher.
Compliments. Could be.
They are not compliments. These are boxers. Sugar Ray Leonard or Sugar Ray Robinson, Marvellous Marvin Hagler, Smokin' Joe Frazier and James Bone Crusher Smith. They are the nicknames of boxers. But you found 2 groups and 2 connections, so that's a total of 4. Let's bring in the Inquisitors now, give them the Lion Wall and see what they can do about solving it. 2.5 minutes to solve the Lion Wall, starting now.
Types of ship to destroy.
Cruiser battleship. Is that too obvious? What else is there?
Rubberneck, eye, view, observe.
Observe. Galleys also ships. Flyweight. Flyweight, cruiserweight, middleweight.
Okay, 3.
Right,
3 lives now.
Okay.
They things on ship. Galley.
The galley is a kitchen. Galley. What have we got? So we've still got destroyer, battleship. Galley's a type of ship.
What's the first one?
That's looking at things.
Okay, so we have to watch
I don't know. Money shop, galley shop, monitor shop, I don't know. Milk monitor.
Ace is high, ace is low.
Monitor. There's a lizard called a monitor. Could it be that? No.
I think we need to go over the ships first.
Corvette's a ship. Corvette's a car.
Battleship destroyer.
Galley. I don't think it is.
Little red Corvette? No. Is it a little red?
Well, there's little red Corvette, but I can't see anything else.
Is there red aces?
Red. Watch monitor. But there's like. Why?
Don't know.
Well, we're running out of time anyway, so.
Corvette? I don't know why though.
I feel like that goes with that
30
for some
seconds.
reason.
Corvette and destroyer. Why?
I don't know.
Just try it.
Battleship and monitor.
Yep.
But then no, still life.
10 seconds. Nope. That's your 3 lives and the wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups. What about the connections? Tell me about the first group starting I.
Okay, that's words for looking at things.
Looking at things to eye, to view, to observe, to rubberneck. Yep. And the green group starting cruiser.
Boxing weights.
Boxing weights. Absolutely right. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. And the pink group, Money, Aces, Battleship, Watch.
No,
No,
it's
it
not
is a
that.
word one. Pocket. Pocket Money, Pocket Aces, Pocket Battleship,
Oh.
Pocket Watch.
Oh, okay.
Pocket Battleship is literally a small battleship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the turquoise group, Destroyer, Galley, Monitor, Corvette.
I still don't have time to do the ships.
Yeah.
Ships.
Can you be more specific?
Warships.
They're warships, that's exactly right.
Yes, okay.
So you found 2 groups and you gave me 3 connections. That is a total of 5. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Snake Charmers have 12 points. The Inquisitors have 18. Time for round 4, the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. In the first group, you are in trouble when you are... Inquisitors?
Backed into a corner.
Correct. Snake Charmers?
In dire straits.
Correct. Snake Charmers?
In over your head.
Correct. Charmers?
Clutching at straws.
That's correct. Next category, chemical elements and US states with the same abbreviation. Snake Charmers?
Calcium in California.
CA, well done. Inquisitors?
Neon in Nebraska.
Correct. Snake Charmers?
Indium in Indiana.
Correct. Snake Charmers?
Manganese and Minnesota.
Correct. Next category, idiomatic animals. Inquisitors?
Cash cow.
Correct. Snake Charmers?
Elephant in the room.
Correct. Inquisitors?
Dog in the manger.
Correct. Inquisitors?
Tiger economy.
Yes, it is. Next category, actors and their actor grandparents. No time to tell me that is Drew and John Barrymore because the bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And I can tell you that the winners with 23 points and staying in the competition are the Inquisitors in second place with 19. It's the Snake Charmers. What a shame. A great team, clever and funny, and you had a really good round 4, but I'm afraid not enough to go through. We're saying goodbye. Thank you for watching, and please join me next time when once again our business is Quizness. Although, to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed with how that slogan's been going. I'm starting to regret ordering 10,000 T-shirts with it on. Goodbye.